The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the January 28th, a wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email, send it off early, and send that to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. Now, of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we got a bit of a mixed bag out there. The VIX coming from the Russell off 9 points and the New York Stock Exchange on 47. The other U.S. indices are trading to the upside. And that includes the spot VIX index up 48 cents, up 3%, and trading above the 50-day exponential moving average. Dow's up 47, S&P 6, 117 for the NASDAQ 100. Transports 29, semis up 148, NASDAQ Composite 44. You've got silver up $7 and change, gold nearly $200 to the upside. Light sweet crude 57 cents and natural gas down 24 pennies. Our leaders in the clubhouse to the upside, Seagate Technology $67, 18%. Monolithic Power Systems $64, 6%. SanDisk $32. Western Digital $24. Brand Engagement Network $21. To the downside is Carvana down $37, 7%. Axon Enterprise down $35, 6%. Asmill Holdings off 23. Eli Lilly down 19. Amphenol Corp down $20. HCA down 19 as well. So we got plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. So let's first take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. You had advanced client oscillator. I think we are just above that zero threshold level. Let's confirm that. There we go. And the answer is yes, we are really just above. We just went just slightly below, minus 0.26 out there. So you're going to want to watch that close today. If we do finish below the zero threshold level, combined with the spot VIX, let's take a look at this chart. It's easier to see the spot VIX. Spot VIX is traded above its 50-day exponential moving average. That's the lower left panel. The 50-day is 1647. We're trading at 1685. If that closes above the 50-day exponential moving average and the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline oscillator close below the zero threshold level, it's an indication that sellers are certainly attempting to take control. We would need a second close in both instances below the zero threshold level for the advanced client oscillator above the 50-day exponential moving average to make sure it's not a one-day wonder out there. But certainly worth paying attention to. For today, to the downside, you can also pay attention in the ES Mini, the 69.8575 level. That's its apogee pivot point. Perigee comes in on Friday. That would be an area where price should hold if it continues to pull back. In the case of the NQ, that number is going to be 25,846. In the case of the Dow, we can see that it's weak. We can see that it has struggled. It's finding resistance at its apogee pivot point at 49,317. So those are areas to take into consideration. What else does Stevie have for you here? Really not much. Let's do this here. Let's go take a look at the actual daily equity future contracts. Let's start there. Give me a moment. We'll get back to those. And we're going to have the ES Mini upper left-hand side. So we can see the ES Mini has an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. It has wave number 7 that was triggered today. That needs a lower high to confirm that pattern. Earliest will be tomorrow evening. Price has found resistance at the top of its profile. On my white background system, that's at 70.2250. So resistance is just held. That's it. That's all you can read from it. That's all you should read from it. However, we have rallied for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive days out there. It should be no surprise to any of us that we would get at least a 2-day retracement out there. So maybe that's what's in order. In the case of the NQ, negated its TD9 count, one of its TD9 count patterns on that was a TD9 count that had formed on the trading session of December 17th. That was negated yesterday. That also has triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That gives us a price projection of 26,856 out there. Now, before price can deal with that, it's got to deal with its swing point. That's a swing point that has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So the NQ's got two additional tops out here. It's got a TD9 count top that has resistance at the price point of 26,610. You'll watch that on any rally, as well as resistance up at the 670 number. That happens to be the Rhodes momentum indicator top out there. Price should target those areas. Now, price is trading inside the swing point that generated its all-time high, that generated that Rhodes momentum indicator top. And as long as price remains inside that swing point, that means above 26,130, odds favor it's going to push higher. In the case of the Dow Equity Future contract, it has an A to B equals CD pattern, but it has found resistance at its oscillator and change line. It's been consistent for the last 4 trading sessions. Perhaps today it's going to test support. And support would be the top of its profile at 48,894, or worst case scenario, support would be 48,702. That's where a counter trend move to the downside would come to an end. Therefore, if the Dow Equity Future contract were to close below 48,702, first it would target 48,223 out there. And it may be telling us that something else is underway. In the case of the Russell 2000, also an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside, has not completed. Price is back. It does not have any kind of topping pattern. Price is back inside its profile. It's only been able to deal with profile support right now. It's been the center of the profile, 2652. That's pretty strong showing. Real support down to 2613, resistance 2692.40 out there. That's what's going on with the daily equity future contracts. Stevie's just going to go ahead and close those down. Again, just free up some resources out here. And then we're going to take a tour on the intraday chart. So we're going to take a look at the ES Mini intraday charts here momentarily. We'll get over to that tab, see what kind of signals they are providing us. Okay, so we got the ES Mini. I'm going to let this populate. So the ES Mini on a 5-hour time frame has a TD9 count top. That TD9 count top, it likely will take price back to support, which is its oscillator and change line. That's currently printed at 7,004. Our low so far for the day has been 7,007. Price were to close below 7,004, that could open up the door on the 5-hour chart for a move to 69.69. In the case of the 4-hour time frame chart, likely there is a sell the D point top. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Let's draw in the A to B pattern. Let's go ahead and then copy it. No, it says just actually move that over. I'm just going to move this over here. Yeah, so you do have now a sell the D point top. Price trading with inside its profile, trading below its oscillator and change line. That suggested a move in the NQ down to 69.93. So we got 69.93 and 7,004-ish area out there as areas of support. 2-hour chart, TD9 count top. We come back from this break. I'll tell you where its TD9 count breakout support level is. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, to number 698825. That's the TD9 count breakout level for the 2-hour time frame chart. In the case of the 60-minute time frame chart, it's got a sell the D point top price trading below breakout support at 70.1250. That suggests lower price. You can see an A to B equals CD pattern of downside on the 30-minute time frame chart. The first, with first buy the D point bottom pattern on this formed at, struggling to see something. That formed at 9 o'clock this morning. And then we had a nice rally, and that rally ran right up into the oscillator and change line, backed off. So what you're looking for here is another bullish reversal candle. That would confirm the next on the 30-minute by the D-point bottom. What I would expect and anticipate is price would rally up into resistance. Now, we are trading below the current profile, which is 70.19, so that's one price target to the upside. The second would be the oscillator and change line. I think that's the more likely target. That's currently printed about 70.23 as we speak right now. You've got to buy the D-point bottom pattern on the 15-minute and the 10-minute time frame charts. So watch each of those. They need to clear resistance as well, which is up towards a 70.25, 70.35 level out there. So that's what's going on with regard to the ES Mini. We can come back and take a look at the equity futures in a bit. We do have a few requests that have come in, so we're going to go ahead and get to those. So let's start with the FIVN. This is for Duncan Steve inside the Tiger's Den. Give me a moment here. That's not the one we were looking for. FIVN. There we go. Okay. All right. This here will populate momentarily. All right. So FIVN, what it needs is nothing. So on a daily time frame, it has a bullish profile change in trend. Never confirmed a bottom, but that is a confirmation of a bottom when we close above the top of a daily profile for more than 2 consecutive sessions. And in this case here, for its daily time frame, it's been 2, 4, today maybe being number 5. It just needs to close above 1820. So that's telling us that price should rally further. It should set its sights on the 2208 level. That's the daily time frame. The weekly time frame doesn't know what we're talking about as far as the bottom. It needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. So we don't have anything there to really hang our hat on. With regard to the monthly time frame chart, what we have there is a wave number 7 signal that needs a lower high to confirm that pattern. Price is trading below profile support out there. So the daily, looks okay, but the weekly and the monthly don't out there, Dunk. So what you really need, I'd say you got to take out the most recent swing point. That would then trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside for the daily time frame, and that would be the high from January 26, 1951. So that's what I've got for you for FIBN. You also are interested in VRT as a ticker symbol. Let's get its charts up on our screen out here, see what VRT is doing. Trading out as we speak at 190.05. It confirmed I take that back. It's got an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. You'll see a TD9 count pattern out here. However, the high of that pattern was on bar number 7, so there's no TD9 count top. What we've got in the daily time frame is your good old-fashioned A to B equals CD pattern. So we're going to go ahead and draw that in this case here. We'll go ahead and do the old copy, paste, and the symbol, and get you a price projection. Price target area is at about 194.25. That does not mean that's where price would come to an end. What you're looking for is as price gets up to that level, we would then look for a bearish reversal candle. That would then confirm a sell the D point top. So price should rally up towards 194.25, perhaps 195.47, the top of its weekly profile. Now, on a weekly basis, it has a TD9 count top. Price is trading inside the swing point that had that TD9 count top. That was a swing point from the week that ended October 31st. Volume was 32 million shares. We're not halfway through the week, but we are at 9 million shares. So no matter what, unless there's some major volume that comes into this thing, you're going to be trading into that swing point with light volume. So 195.47 likely to hold as resistance. But if price were to take out that TD9 count top, and that requires a close above on a weekly basis, 202.45, boy, you'd be off to the races. The monthly time frame chart, no topping pattern. It just simply looks to me like it was mostly the weekly chart that was driving things. So the weekly is certainly one that you're going to want to pay attention to. But that pullback generated support at the oscillator and change line on a monthly time frame, currently printed 162.73, and you're trading up a profile resist. So the monthly wants to move higher, the daily wants to move higher, and the weekly does, but it's just not doing with volume. So 195.47, 194.25, those are your likely price targets out there. So hope that helped you out, Dunk. Thanks so much for your request. Night Tram inside the Tigers. They want us to look at PDYN. So let's get its charts up on our screen, see what we can figure out there. Okay, so PDYN had a nice, it's having a nice rally. It's just sold off ever since it opened, but it will negate a TD9 count top today and trigger an A to B equals CD pattern with a close above the TD9 count top from January 8th, and that high is 765. Now, the volume there was 9 million shares. So far today, we've done 1.2 million shares. Well, it's actually light volume. Doesn't matter. You still, if you get close above, again, the number you're watching on PDYN is going to be 765. If you close below it, you won't have an A to B equals CD pattern, and the TD9 count top will have held. But let's assume that price is going to close it at this moment in time. Let's draw in that A to B equals CD pattern. Let's move this over to the C point, and the 1-to-1 level looks like we're pretty much at it as we speak. We are. So today's candle, by the way, is not a bearish reversal candle. You'll be looking for Nitram, a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. Short of that, price should rally further. Again, all of this is based upon the assumption that price is able to negate its TD9 count, daily TD9 count top. 765 is the number. On a weekly time frame, got a nice TD9 count bottom. What does price do this morning? It rallies right up into TD9 count breakdown resistance, 917. You see how having these tools on your charts would assist you? I teach you the TD9 count pattern. It's as simple as can be. You can label that on your the stocks that are in your portfolio and know exactly where you're at, and you'll know exactly where a objective, not subjective, but an objective level of support and resistance is at. If you were in this, for example, and it was heading up to the 917 level as it was this morning, you would have known you were dealing with a strong resistance area. And that has most certainly held. And that's why it is sold off at this moment in time. So again, you're just watching that daily TD9 count top, whether it negates that or not. The monthly time frame chart just simply trading with inside his profile. So Nitram, let's move over to GameStop. GME is the ticker symbol. See what that is doing for you. GameStop is trading out at $23.50. So I see an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside for the daily time frame. That would generate a bearish reversal candle today, and right now it's a bearish engulfing candle, would in fact generate a sell the D point top. We are trading about profile resistance, so what price should do is pull back to test its oscillator and change line, and that's at 22.44. If price were to close below that, we'd be looking at 21.66. The weekly time frame chart has run in resistance. That's the top of its profile. The top of the profile number is at 23.60. Watch that at week's end. Does price close above that or below that? Does resistance hold? Because you've got a daily sell the D point top. But on a monthly basis, a consolidation with inside profile. That's between 20.30 and 31.27, with right now for the last 4 months out here, the oscillator and change line acting as resistance. That number is at 23.79. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. And when we come back from this break, we're going to look at RR, MDB, and IOBA, and UNH as well. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at Rich Tech Robotics. RR is a ticker symbol. Yesterday, it had one heck of a day. It confirmed and completed, or when I say completed, it confirmed an A to B equals CD pattern, and it achieved the initial price target right around the 560 level. So therefore, this needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm a sell the D point top. Not likely outcome. The way that it came off that C point, likely to travel higher. Higher to where? Well, on a weekly time frame chart, you're also trading above a weekly swing point with volume. That weekly swing point would be from December the 5th, 241 million shares. So far for the week, we're at 248. So assuming that price closes above $4.83, we're at 486 right now. That would be signaling to you and I that it wants to make a move up towards 743. The monthly time frame chart, which did trade lower for 2 consecutive months last month. That's your typical, as you look at its chart here, we should be in rally mode. Now, what's held off, why did price stop where it did in essence yesterday? I think it's because of the top of the monthly profile, 514. So the real number out here, Snowball, that you want to be watching is 514. Once you clear that level, you should be up to the races, maybe up towards that 743-ish mark out there. So hope that helps you out. Also, one correction, we were taking a PDYN, and I had grabbed the wrong volume for the day. It has already confirmed an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. It still needs a close, though, above that swing point high in order to make that statement accurate. So my apology for not catching that volume accurately when we first took a look at it. Mohammed wants to look at MDB. MDB is the ticker symbol. See what this puppy is doing. It is trading out as we speak right now at $416.49. It's trading with inside its daily profile that has support at 390.07. Resistance up at the 426.50 level, which it hit earlier this morning. So just a consolidation on the daily time frame. It did generate a Rhodes momentum indicator top. A top is still in place out there. Anything is possible from this point. It could be today was a C point of an A to B equals CD to the downside. I have no clue whether that's the case or not, but it's a possibility. The weekly time frame chart shows that we're trading above its green oscillator and change line. The weekly chart says, no, that's not a possibility, Steve-O. And it's not a possibility as long as price remains above 412.62, that green oscillator and change line. What this is telling us is it wants to rally further, but it's got to deal with those sellers at 426.50. So therein is basically the range, 412 to 426. When we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, we are trading above its green oscillator and change line. We are trading above profile resistance. This wants to rally further. So it's really all about the daily, and it's really all about 426.50 out there, Mohammed. So I hope that helps you out. As always, thank you for your request. Dan would like to take a look at IOVA. So let's go see what that is doing. Not IOVA. Always helps to type in the correct ticker symbol. Then you usually get what you need. Now, we take a look at IOVA. This is trading out at $2.86 out here. It's struggling at a prior swing point level. It was tested yesterday. That swing point was from the trading day of December 26. Volume, 8 million shares were traded. So you were testing that yesterday with 15 million shares. Test and reject a swing point with volume. You're going to test it again. Well, that's what we're doing today. And we've rejected it. Today's volume, 4 million shares. That's a 12 million share day, give or take. And that's going against 8 million shares. I think IOVA is going to go retest that high again. $2.99 out there. On a weekly time frame, price is traded above the top of its profile, 272. As long as price remains above that, I think going back and test that swing point here from back on the trading day of December 26 is a likely outcome. Finally, when we take a look at the monthly time frame chart out here, I don't have any kind of I take that back. We've got a buy the D point bottom pattern formed back here on July of 2025 out there. Price is just gradually making its way. We've got on the monthly last couple of months, higher lows out there, higher highs. So this is saying maybe it wants to go target the bottom of its profile, 472. So let's bring it on home here. You've got kind of a reversal bar today. That would seem to indicate to Stevie that maybe get down to test that oscillator and change on around 270. But you still have got volume at that swing point that we had taken a look at, and it should get back and test that level out there, Dan. So that's what I see. I hope that assists you and doesn't confuse you. We're going to take a look at United Health. UNH is the ticker symbol. And United Health, and this is for a sit mark, I believe. And UNH, so this thing, get rid of that A to B equals CD pattern, because that certainly is not in place out here. And this thing fell out of bed yesterday, fell out of bed with volume. Not that. I just want to delete that. Come on, delete that for me, would you? There we go. Delete this one. So really we got to look to the longer term charts out here. Sit, and we can see that what United Health has is a TD9 count bottom that went ahead and confirmed August of 2025. The volume on that candle session is 417 million shares. We're on the 28th, and we are at 197 million shares. So the positive for United Health, even with yesterday's debacle, is our price is pulling back with lighter volume. But you are still inside that swing point. Not until you close above 316.40 would you be out of harm's way. So it looks like to me what United Health wants to do is pull back to test the bottom of its monthly swing, and that would be 271.78. So that's our first likely possibility. The weekly time frame chart, which maintains a TD9 count bottom, it is now trading below its oscillator and change line at 313.30. If it closes below that on Friday, odds favor a move back to 252. So you got 252.14 and 271.78. Those are your downside targets. Now to the daily, because the question everybody has, is there a bottom? There's no bottom pattern at this moment in time. Let me open up this daily chart here, see if there's anything else that I can figure out. So you've got an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So let's go ahead and draw that in there. A point, which was a wave 7 top back on October 28th. Our B point is the low from November the 19th. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this little guy. Here we go. We move it over to the swing point, and so we have attained that 1-to-1 price level. Now, if you were to get a bullish reversal candle, and you could get one today, you could get a bull sash candle. You just have to close above yesterday's open. Yesterday's open is 293.97. So if you close above 293.97 sit mark, the daily time frame is going to generate a buy the D point bottom pattern. But the weekly and the monthly's saying, and not so bad. Remember, slight volume. But the weekly, well, it's done with a swing point that's got volume of 39 million shares. We've already done 89 million shares. Look, if you get a bullish reversal candle, you can try a few shares. Your stop has got to be below yesterday's low out there. That's what I see when I take a look at United Health. You don't have that bullish reversal candle as we speak just yet. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to take a look at Harmony Gold. HMY is the ticker symbol. This is for Dennis in West Palm Beach. Dennis, on a monthly time frame, it looks like a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top is going to be negated. It just simply needs a close above 22.25, a likely outcome. The weekly time frame chart is going to go ahead and complete a TD9 count top this Friday. That suggests that price should pull back to its oscillator and change line, currently printed at $22.09. Finally, the daily time frame, no topping pattern, an A to B equals CD to the upside, a bearish reversal. Let's see, I don't even think we've attained the one-to-one price objective yet, but let's just go make sure on that. There's several A to B equals CD patterns you could draw in on this one here, but there's your basic, your primary one, your more conservative one. This has attained, the one-to-one level. So a bearish reversal candle would confirm a top out there. Short of that, price should continue to rally, Dennis. You also want to take a look at ticker symbol GCT. So let's pull that up on our screen, see what we've got there. GCT is printing out right now at 39.39. It closed below the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile yesterday. If it closes today again below 39.83, you'll have a bearish profile change in trend. It's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out there for its daily time frame. Traded into a bullish hammer candle yesterday from back on the trading day of January 5th. Volume was 690,000 shares. Yesterday pulled back, closed inside it with 917,000 shares. Typically, you'd say it would get down and test that low. But if it closes above 39.25 today, we're at 39.40. Volume so far, 187,000 shares, so that's about it's less than 690. Then you could have a rejection of that swing point on lighter volume. That would then say if you can't bust them to the downside, you bust them to the upside. And Dennis, I would say price would go target the 39.83 to 40.44 level. If it does not close today above 39.83, that's where a counter trend move to the upside would come to an end. So keep an eye on that. The weekly time frame chart is just consolidating, believe it or not, with inside the sell zone of its profile between 38.31 and $42. Finally, on the monthly time frame chart, you've got bar number 8 that's going to form this week. You could get a TD9 count top anytime between this week and the next two. That's what we see when we took a look at Harmony and GCT. Dennis, hope that helped you out. Thank you so much for your request. No Spin wants to know if there are any tops inside of the gold contract. Well, there are. I assume that you were including intraday time periods, because on the daily time frame, which is the upper left-hand chart, no topping signal. In fact, no more Rhodes Momentum Indicator signals are present, just bar number 7. Maybe this goes on to form a TD9 count top, towards the end of this week, Thursday, Friday, really, Monday type time frame. Don't know, not making that call as we speak. But to answer your question on a daily time frame, no tops. 5-hour time frame, no top. 4-hour time frame, no top. 2-hour time frame, a TD9 count top with price finding support at its oscillator and change line. It must close below that oscillator and change line, 53.11, to gain any kind of downside traction. Excuse me. Even if it does that, you've got support at 52.54. TD9 count top on the 60-minute time frame chart. Sideways movement there. Support at either 52.04 or 52.47. In both instances, closing above those TD9 count tops, and that price number is 53.45, will tell you that we're headed back to Mars. If we take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart, not much there to assist us with. The 15-minute a TD9 count top sideways movement with price finding support at its breakout level, and that was at 52.89. So are there tops out there? The answer is yes. Are they of any significance? The answer is no. That's what we see when we take a gold no spin. Hope that helped you out. We got Duncan Steve who would like to take a Palantir. PLTR is a ticker symbol. So let's get its charts up on our screen out here. Give me a moment. Let's populate so I don't screw it up here. There we go. PLTR. So we get Palantir up on our screen. This has been moving lower, as Duncan Steve has identified out there, ever since, what's his name, had a little hissy fit on air. So we take a look at Palantir. Right now, today, Steve-O, it is trading below its TD9 count breakout level, 163.12. If it closed below that, that's saying lower price. Now, there's an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside that we want to draw in here. We'll go confirm whether it was confirmed with volume or not. Doesn't matter. Not necessarily. So here's your A to B equals CD. That gets you down to 154.58. The B point of that swing point had volume of 60 million shares. It was passed with 47 million shares. Today is got volume so far of 15 million shares. It's a 45 million share day. So this is basically set up to be a Tiger Gartley. The Tiger Gartley, again, gets us down towards the 154.58 level. So it's targeting the swing point for back on November 21st. This is all being confirmed by the weekly time frame chart, which is trading below the bottom of its weekly profile. Now, it's traded on a weekly basis into a swing point for back in November 21st. 299 million shares traded that week. So far, 2 days and a couple hours into it, we've got 65 million shares going into 299, light volume. Nonetheless, you still may get down and test that low. The thing that's holding price right now is all about the oscillator unchanged line. That's another tool you definitely want to learn out there. And if we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, the oscillator and change line is printed at 161.60. We are trading at 161.64. So on a monthly basis, Steve-O, if we start trading below that monthly oscillator and change line, that's just going to add to the pressure to the downside, 154.58 being that price target, at least initially speaking. So hope that helped you out with regard to Palantir. As always, thanks so much for your request. Mimi wants to know what the profile levels are on UNG. So let's pull that up on our screen. We may be trading above everything, but let's see what we've got. You got United, the UNG, the ETF out there, yeah, as I suspected. So your profile level on a daily time frame is going to be at 1150. Your oscillator and change line at 1298. On a weekly time frame, price is trading into profile resistance. Mimi, that profile resistance number is 1507. Above that at 1601 is TD9 count breakdown resistance. Support being between 1266 and 1340. That's courtesy of your weekly time frame chart. On a monthly basis out here, the UNG has got support at 1283, resist at 1538 out there. On a daily time frame, we have I'm not seeing any kind of a top or anything along those lines. I know that natural gas was pulling back earlier. If we put up the natural gas contract, let's see here, we're in the March contract. Let's get this up on our screen. Oh, let's try it one more time. Oh, okay, that didn't work either. Let's try it. Okay, the third time. This is we're going to see if we're going to test this theory out. Is the third time the charm? We're going to test that theory. Let's see. It was for Stevie. How about that? So now we're taking a look at natural gas, the March contract. You can see that price right here, trading right into its TD9 count breakdown level. I don't think we had that. We took a look at natural gas for its daily time frame. And that's what's most important for you right now. And that is if price can close above $3.85. It did it 2 days ago, back below yesterday. We're trading above profile resistance, by the way. That resistance level is at $3.57 out there. The weekly time frame chart says it wants to go target the $4.27 mark. It's the March contract. Likely that's all that's inside of the UNG out there. So that takes care of UNG. That was for Mimi. When we come back to this break here, we're going to look at the SLV and give Mimi profile levels as well. And then we're going to take a look at the NQ for Nicholas. That's likely how we'll close out the show. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. As Steve's calling an audible here, we're going to do it in reverse order. We're going to do the NQ first. It just takes a little bit more time for these charts here to populate. So in the NQ, it's 11:54. We're going to get a TD9 count bottom on the 30-minute time frame chart that completes at 12 noon. We should get a rally that takes us up towards the Oscillating Change Line 26,253. What you're going to want to make note of is whatever the low is on this bar. Whatever that low is, if we start trading below that and close below that on a 30-minute basis, it negates that signal and tells us about a strong downward momentum move for that time frame. The 15-minute time frame chart is also it will confirm a TD9 count bottom at 12 noon, complete that bottom at 12:15. The 10-minute chart is negated a TD9 count bottom pattern, so pay attention to the low. But what should unfold here is we should get ready for a NQ rally. Takes us up towards that 26,255 level out there. Let's go take a look at the SLV for Mimi. Hold that set of charts up on our screen. Again, Mimi was looking for profile levels on the daily time frame. We probably don't have anything above, and we don't. We're all the way down at 66.16, so forget that, Mimi. The daily level of support would be its oscillator and change line. 94.30 is the current print. The weekly time frame is negating its TD9 count top on silver. The daily, by the way, does not have a top. The monthly is going to negate its TD9 count top as well. This is all telling us that silver's move to the upside is not done. There is no topping pattern out here. So that's what's going on with regard to the SLV. If I take a quick peek at the daily and weekly charts for silver and gold and the GDX out here, that'll take us to this area. And if we take a look at these, the March contracts again, you'll see the daily time frame for gold, no topping signal there, but the weekly will complete a TD9 count top on Friday. Silver, again, no top on the daily time frame. On a rally, it could go on to form a TD9 count top, but we're not there just yet. Again, that a weekly time frame, no top. The GDX again is gonna negate its Rhodes a TD9 count top at the end of this week on Friday, and no daily top out there. Folks, thanks so much for all your requests, and great to be with you. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 11 a.m. sharp on Terrific Thursday. In the meantime, have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care and be safe out there.